Hello, everybody. Hi. Yahoo! We are happy to be together again to study English together. Hello. Okay. Do you remember what we did last time? Do you remember? It was for and since we talked a little bit about time, right? Okay. Well, today we're going to continue with our discussion of time, but with some listening and some speaking, okay? So let's do some listening together. Especially today, our listening is a little bit long, so we have to focus. We have to really focus and concentrate on our listening, okay? And the subject is pretty nice. It's music. It's music again. Everybody turn to page 53. Turn to page 53 with me. You turn the page and there's a picture of a good-looking man and a good-looking woman. And the man is wearing some really nice sunglasses. Sunglasses를 또 뭐라고 그러죠? Shades라고 그러죠? S-H-A-D-E-S. He's wearing some nice shades. 이런 사진들 볼 때마다 좀 I get jealous. 좀 부러워요. You know why? Because 왜 내가 저런 걸 쓰면 안 어울릴까? Right? Because he has these nice shades on and they look, I mean, if you look at the shades, they look kind of funny. And if I imagine myself wearing them, it's no good. 그런데 왜 이 사람이 딱, when he's wearing these shades, he looks so good, right? He looks kind of tough, kind of cool. Like that. He's so cool looking. And the girl, she looks very nice too. 목걸이가 좀 특이해요, right? She's wearing a leather vest, or I don't know if it's leather. It looks like leather. Maybe it's just vinyl. I don't know. But anyway, they're wearing that and they look like musicians, right? 딱 보면 알아요, right? They look like they would do music. Okay? In fact, they are musicians. Let's talk a little bit about music, shall we? Number one, 보세요. What kind of music do you like? Do you like hip-hop? Yo, what up, cuz? You like the hip-hop scene? Or do you like, I don't know, R&B, soul? There's country music. Country music 아시죠? You know, 딩딩딩딩딩딩 and always talk about 뭐 여자친구랑 깨졌고 뭐 그래서 드라이브하러 혼자 다니고 이게 country music, right? And country music is very fun. It's very enjoyable. I like country music too. Do you like rap? Do you like 또 뭐가 있죠? Classical. There's classical music. It's not like singing, but there's classical. I guess there's opera and stage music, things like that. Rock and roll, punk, stuff like heavy metal. Heavy metal 있죠. 남자가 여자처럼 부르는 heavy metal music. 여자들도 그렇게 안 부르죠. Right? There's heavy metal music and things like that. For me, my favorite music is ballads and soft rock. 좀 이렇게 soft한 노래들 있죠. Love songs 같은 거 from the 1980s. 80년대. So it's a little bit different, I think, from what most people like, right? And so that's the kind of music that I like, okay? And actually, a very good thing happened to me recently. I changed my car, okay, and I got another car. 차를 바꿨는데 이 차에 doesn't have a CD player. Okay, this car does not have a CD player. 차에 CD player이 없으니까 tape player밖에 없는 거예요. So then I didn't know what to do. So then I went to my house and I looked for some tapes. 다행히 80년대에 제가 이렇게 녹음해놨던 테이프 몇 개가 있더라고요. The old 80s songs, 정말 20 years 동안 안 들었던 그런 노래들 있잖아요. So I got those tapes and I listened to those tapes every day in my car, thinking back to my youth when I was young and energetic. I don't know. Those were good times. What about you? What's your favorite music? Who are your favorite bands and singers? For me, it's 여기에 좀 나와요, actually. Phil Collins, Genesis 같은 그런 사람들 있죠. What was that song? Glenn Medeiros. Do you know Glenn Medeiros? If I had to live my life without you near me, the days would all be empty. 그때 진짜 여자친구도 없었고, 뭐 좋아하는 사람도 없었고, 되게 어렸었는데 왜 그런 노래를 좋아했을까? I don't know. It was just very, very nice. Anyway, the next question is, if you could meet your favorite band or singer, what would you ask him? Or what would you ask them? Okay? If you met your favorite band or your favorite singer, what would you ask them? I don't know. I think all of my favorite singers are grandfathers now. 제가 좋아했던 가수들은 다 이제 할아버지 됐을 거예요. So, 뭐 손자들 잘 지내냐? I guess that's what I would ask her. How are your grandkids? But I guess, you know, the music business seems very fun and exciting, so we can ask them about their life. We could ask them about how much money they make, maybe, right? We can say, how much money do you make? Or, is life exciting for you? We could ask questions like that, right? Okay, well, we're going to listen to an interview with Gary and Susie about their life. They are from the band Style. Style이라는 band group members들인데요. We're going to listen to this, but here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing이라는 말은요. 근데 이게 중요하다 아니면 문제가 이거다라는 그런 뜻이에요. Here's the thing. The thing is, this interview is pretty long, okay? 인터뷰가 좀 길어요. So what we have to do is we really have to focus, and my advice to you is to take notes, okay? 여기 책 뭐 밑에다가 somewhere in a blank area, take some notes and take notes about what they are talking about. Okay? Gary도 얘기를 하고 Susie도 얘기를 하고 interviewer도 얘기를 하니까 a lot of people are talking. So maybe what you can do is make a chart and say Gary and Susie, and then take notes. Gary한테 해당되는 건 write what they say about Gary, and then write what they say about Susie on this side. Okay? And take some notes so that we can answer these questions. Okay? It's really important. 이번에 우리 note taking 좀 연습해 볼까요? I think that's a good idea. Okay, so are you ready? Let's listen to the interview with Gary and Susie.
And that was the latest record from Style called Give It To Me. And guess who is sitting right next to me in the studio? Susie Tyler and Gary Holmes, who are the two members of Style. Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot. It's nice to be here.
Now, you two have been very busy this year. You've had a new album come out, and you've been on tour. How are you feeling?
Pretty tired. We've just finished a tour of the UK, and in April we went to Japan, Taiwan, and Australia. So yeah, we've travelled a lot this year.
But we've made a lot of friends, and we've had some fun.
Tell us something about your background. What did you do before forming Style?
Well, we both played with a lot of other bands before teaming up with each other.
Who have you played with, Susie?
Well, over the years I've sung with Lionel Richie and Phil Collins and Bon Jovi.
And what about you, Gary?
I've recorded with Genesis and UB40, and I've given concerts with U2 and, of course, Ace.
Why is Ace so important to you?
Because I had my first hit song with them. The song was called Mean Street, and it was a hit all over the world. That was in 1995.
So how long have you two been together as Style?
Since 1997, quite a few years. We met at a recording studio while I was doing some work with Bon Jovi. We started talking, and Gary asked me if I'd like to work with him. And that's where it all started.
Susie, you're obviously the vocalist, but do you play any music yourself?
Yes, I play keyboards.
And what about you, Gary?
I play guitar and harmonica. I can play the drums, but when we're doing a concert we have a backup group.
So where have you two traveled to?
Well, sometimes I think we've been everywhere, but we haven't really. We've toured in the UK, and we've been to Japan, Taiwan, and Australia, but we've never been to South America. That's the next place we'd like to go. And then Eastern Europe. I'd love to play in those places.
You forgot Mexico. We went there 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Over the years, you've made a lot of recordings. Do you know exactly how many?
That's a difficult question.
Well, about how many?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe about 25?
Yeah, something like that.
And how long have you been in the music business?
I guess about 15 years. I've never had another job. I've only ever been a musician since I was 17.
I've had all kinds of jobs. When I graduated from college, I worked as a waitress, a sales assistant, a painter, a gardener. I could go on and on.
Well, stop there, because now you're a member of a band. Susie and Gary, it was great talking to you. Good luck with the new album.
Thanks.
And now for something different.
Okay, that was kind of a long interview, right? Did you take notes? Did you take notes? Okay, I'm thinking that maybe half of you didn't take notes at all, right? 나 노테이킹 할 필요 없어. 나 필기할 필요 없어. 나 리스닝 원래 잘 되거든. 그리고 머리가 좀 좋아서. 오케이. 알았어. 오케이. 그렇게 듣고 계시는 분 있었죠, right? Or there's other people 뭘 써야 될지 모르겠는 거예요, right? 막 그러잖아요. That's one of the difficult parts about note taking is we're not sure what to write down, right? 뭘 써야 되는지 그리고 또 그걸 쓰고 있으면 또 다 내용들이 다 지나가서 you write something and then you try to listen again and it's gone. It's gone. Whatever they're talking about, you have no idea, right? Okay. So here's the thing about note-taking. Number one, note-taking, we have to do it often. 자주 해야 돼. We have to practice note-taking a lot. So my suggestion to you is every time you do some listening, every time you hear something, take notes. Just practice. Okay? 그리고 practice writing down important things. 무조건 들리는 것만 쓰는 게 아니고 중요하다라고 느껴지는 그런 내용들을 쓰세요. Because 들리는 건 벌써 알아요. And it's easy to remember. But those things that are difficult to hear, that you think are important, those are the things that we really need to write down. Okay? So write down as much as you can. Okay? 그리고 들으면서 쓰세요. Right? If you 이 쓰는 거에만 집중을 하다 보면 또 하나도 안 들리잖아요. Right? And so the writing has to be kind of automatic. 이건 자동적으로 이렇게 해야 돼. 그리고 귀로는 듣고 있어야 돼. 손은 그냥 움직이고. Right? How do I do that? You say. 이거 어떻게 해야 되죠? Practice. Okay? Practice, then it will work. Okay? All right. So let's answer some of the questions about Gary and Susie. Okay? 일단, if you look in the box on section 2, it says, what do they do in the band? band에서 무엇을 하고, and then who have they played with? Right? Who have they played with? 누구랑 같이 놀았냐가 아니고 연주를 누구랑 같이 했냐, 노래를 누구랑 같이 했냐라는 그런 뜻이죠. Who have they worked with가 또 정확한 표현이죠, right? Who have they worked with? Who have they played with, right? Because you play an instrument, okay? And then where have they visited? Okay. 잘 보세요. What do they do는 it's present tense, right now. 지금 무엇을 하냐? And then who have they played with is the present perfect. 과거에 이렇게 했는데 아직도 하고 있잖아요, right? And the things that they did in the past still affect what they do now. That is the present perfect. Okay? 저번에도 얘기했는데 좀 이렇게 리뷰하게 되니까 좋네요, right? Okay? So who have they played with? And then where have they visited? 똑같죠? They have visited many places and 앞으로도 계속 visit 할 거니까 That's why we use this form. Where have they visited? Okay. So, for example, Gary, we can say Gary는 기타를 친다. Gary plays the guitar. Okay. Susie는 keyboards를 친다. So then we say Susie plays the keyboards, right? Easy. What about Gary는 드럼을 친다. Gary plays the drums, okay? Okay. Gary plays 모르겠어요. 저도 왜 그러는지. Okay. Gary plays the drums. 다 그 present tense죠. What about harmonica? Gary plays the harmonica를 참나. 제가 금방 뭐라 그랬는지 알아요? Are you listening to me? Gary plays the harmonica를 영어로 어떻게 하죠? 라고 하려고 그랬어요. Focus. We say Gary plays the harmonica. S가 붙어야 되죠. Why? This is the present tense, okay? 이번에는 제대로 해야지. vocalist죠. vocalist인데 Susie가 vocalist다. Susie가 vocalist다라는 말을 영어로 어떻게 해야 되죠? Susie is the vocalist라고 이렇게 하면 되죠. Okay, so these are the present tense sentences. What about the present perfect? 예를 들어서 who have they played with? UB40 아세요? UB40는 when I think of UB40, I only think of 벌써 나온 노래를 리메이크해서 불러서 페이머스한 사람들. UB40는 자기들이 만든 노래가 있나요? 이게 I don't know. Okay? 예를 들어서 wise men say only fools rush in. UB40 목소리를 좀 흉내 내봤는데 그거 원래 Elvis Presley wise men say Elvis Presley 노래잖아요, right? Right can okay. UB40. 자, 그러면 Gary는 UB40하고 연주를 했었다. 했는데 또 했고 또 앞으로 계속 또 다른 연주를 할 수 있죠, right? So what can we say? Gary 일단 question을 보면 who have they played with죠. 복수니까 who have they인데 Gary 혼자 말할 때는 Gary has played with 이런 식으로 하면 되죠. Gary has played with UB40. 오케이? 그러면 Lionel Richie 아세요? Say you, say me, say it together. That's the way it should be. 아마 모르실 거예요. 옛날에 All Night Long 그 노래도 있었는데 84년도 올림픽 때. 오케이. 84년도 올림픽 어디에서 했는지 아는 사람? 아세요? 감독님 아시네. 와우. 나이가 꽤. 84년도 Olympics was in LA. It was in LA, right? 기억이 나요. 저도 그때 살아 있었는데요. At that time 학교에서 I lived in LA, right? So since I lived in LA, Olympics 때 학교에서 이 책자, 컬러 책자를 아이들한테 다 나눠줬어요. Every school. And it talks about the history of the Olympics and all the records. 그리고 저는 그때 그 책을 보면서 이 올림픽 기록들이 나오잖아요. 그래서 한국 사람 있는지 없는지 막 찾아본 적이 있는데, right? Looking at that. And then the 88 Olympics, of course, was in Seoul, and that was a very, very good thing for Korea, right? A lot of people started getting a good impression about Korea after the 88 Olympics. Anyways, 왜 갑자기 올림픽 얘기를 하고 있을까요? Lionel Richie의 노래, right? All Night Long, and that was one of the songs that was very famous during the 84 Olympics. 그런데 Susie가 Lionel Richie랑 play 했대요. So we say Susie what? Has played with Lionel Richie라고 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. Okay. Susie has played with Lionel Richie. Okay. And then there's Phil Collins. Phil Collins는 he's one of my favorites because he sings a lot of like ballads, right? 뭐 그런 노래들을 많이 불러서 저번에 groovy kind of love. Wouldn't you agree? Baby, you and me's got a groovy kind of love. All right, I am singing to myself. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Phil Collins was also Susie가 같이 불렀는데 이걸 뭐라 그래야 되죠? Susie has played with Phil Collins. Okay? 나머지는 여러분 혼자 하실 수 있겠죠, right? Genesis는 Gary였고요. 그 다음에 U2도 있었어요. U2도 있고 여러 그 사람들이 안 돼 있고 여기에 number 2에는 안 나왔어도 그 내용에 대한 내용이 있었죠. Okay, so they played with all of these bands. Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi도 좀 좋아했었는데, although they're kind of a rock band, I kind of like them too. Okay, and then there's Ace. All right, and then where have they visited? 여기는 둘이 같이 다닌 거니까 they have visited 어디? 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠, right? Easy. So we say, for example, 멕시코 방문을 했었다. We say they have visited Mexico. Japan 갔었나요? 갔었죠. So we say they have visited Japan. UK는요? Yeah. So we say they have visited the UK. Brazil는 안 갔어요. 그러면 they have visited이라고 하면 안 되고 they have not. Okay? They have not visited Brazil. 아니면 they haven't visited Brazil. 이런 식으로 얘기를 하면 되죠. Okay. So, they have played with these people, they have been to these, or they have visited these cities. Okay. Or these countries. Next, number 3, let's answer these questions. Number 1, why do Susie and Gary feel tired? Okay. Why do Susie and Gary feel tired? Because 지금 they feel tired right now, right? 왜냐하면 before 오기 전에 여기 오기 전에 because they have traveled a lot this year이라고 하면 되죠. 올해 아직 여태까지 지금까지 올해 traveling을 많이 했다. They have traveled a lot this year 이라고 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. Okay. Then we say number 2, what have they done this year? 이거 연습이 많이 되네요. This is very good. What have they done this year? This year 뭘 했죠? 일단 여행을 많이 갔고요. 왜냐하면 they went to a lot of different countries. Okay. 제가 지금 they went to a lot of different countries인데 그거는 그때 갔고 그때 끝났다. 그런데 이 문맥에서 보면 if we look at the context right now 아직까지 계속 하고 있다라는 거죠. 그래서 they went to보다 they have gone to 이런 식으로요. 아니면 travel이라는 표현을 쓰려면 they have traveled a lot. They have traveled to a lot of countries. Okay. And they have had a new album come out. Okay. They have had a new album come out. 여기서 약간의 문제가 생기네요. 그렇죠? 왜냐하면 하지 말걸. 괜히 했다. They have had a lot. They have had a new album이었어요. 왜 had죠? 왜냐하면 그 새로운 앨범을 냈다라는 말을 영어로 have a new album come out라는 말로 할 수 있어요. 오케이? Have a new album come out. 그런데 have a new album come out의 과거는 had a new album come out이죠. 그런데 지금 simple present를 쓰니까 아니 simple present가 아니죠. simple present 아니고 present perfect를 쓰니까 우리가 have가 있어야 돼요. 과거에 뭘 해왔다. have 그리고 have 뭐요? 앨범을 냈다. had an album come out. 그래서 have had an album come out이라고 그래요. 같은 단어니까 헷갈려요. 그러니까 같은 단어라고 생각하지 말고 이 동사가 나온다라고 생각을 하면 되겠죠. 오케이? 겉으로는 오케이 그러면서 속으로는 글쎄다 이런 거죠. 오케이. We'll continue to practice. 이거 어쩔 수 없어요. 우리가 그냥 계속 practice를 하면서 익혀야 되는 부분이니까요. 오케이. We have to do this. Okay. Next, have they had a good time? 이건 지금 우리 연습하라고 이렇게 물어보는 거죠. 이렇게 물어봐도 충분히 괜찮아요. Did they have a good time? 그러면 그때 그 나라들에서 그들이 즐겼습니까? 라고 충분히 그렇게 물어볼 수 있는데 지금하고 연결을 하기 위해서 왜냐하면 Have you had a good time? 이렇게 물어볼 수 있어요. Have you had a good time? Meaning 그때랑 지금까지 연결해서 지금까지 계속 good time을 가졌냐라고 물어보는 거죠. 그냥 그때 거기서만 띡 끝내는 게 아니고. Right? So that's why they say the question is have they had a good time? And we can say yes. Yes. 뭐 친구들도 많이 사귀었고 재밌었다. 친구들 많이 사귀었다. Made a lot of friends. 그런데 이 tense로는 present perfect는 그냥 they made a lot of friends 그러면 안 되죠. they 그 다음에 뭐가 들어가야 돼요? have. Very good. They have made a lot of friends라고 이렇게 하면 돼요. Okay? Are you getting the hang of this? Okay? 무슨 말이죠? Are you getting the hang of this? 무슨 말이죠? 감이 잡혀요. 감. Are you getting the hang of this? I hope so. Okay? 진짜 여러 번 했으니까 지금쯤이면 뭔가 들어올 때가 됐는데. Okay. Next, number 4. What was special about the song Mean Street? Mean Street의 노래에 뭐 특별한 게 무엇이었습니까? 왜 특별했습니까? What was special about the song Mean Street? 게리의 첫 번째 그 히트 레코드, 히트송이었었죠. So we say it has been 아니죠. 왜냐면 그때 히트였고 그때 끝났으니까 it was라고 해야 돼요. Okay, very good. It was Gary's first hit record. Okay, congratulations. Okay, congratulations 할 때 뒤에 s 꼭 붙어야 된다는 거 잊지 마세요. Okay, congratulation이 아니에요. It's congratulations. Okay, so good job, Gary. 1995에 그 노래가 나왔었는데, good job. Okay, number 5. How many years have they been together? 몇 년 동안 같이 활동을 했냐? How many years have they been together? Okay, 뭐 10년 됐다 그러면 they have been together for 10 years라고 그래야 되죠. Okay? They have been together for 10 years. 그런데 언제부터 그 point, that point in time, 그때부터라고 하면은 어떤 단어를 써야 된다고 그랬죠? Since. Right? 1997년도부터라고 하면은 they have been together since 1997. Okay, okay. They have been together since 1997. 왜냐하면 아직도 together 하니까. Okay. All right. And where do they want to go? Want to go? 어디로 가고 싶으냐? Where do they want to go? We say they want to go to 어디, right? This is just 그냥 present tense, right? They want to go to 어디였죠? Listening 하셨어요? Did you take notes? 어디 가고 싶다 그랬죠? They want to go to South America, 그렇죠? 그 다음에 and then Eastern Europe. Okay? Did you listen? 제가 혼자 그냥 답을 이렇게 막 말해주는 거 아니죠? 다 알고 있죠, 지금? You know this already because you listened and you took notes, right? Okay. And the last question. 이건 어떻게 답을 해야 되죠? What jobs has Gary had? had는 갔다, right? What job has Gary had? Gary는 다른 job 무엇을 해봤죠? 라고 물어보는 거죠. What job has Gary had? 다른 job 없었어요. 17살 때부터 그 뮤직을 했대요. 그러면 Gary는 다른 job이 없었다. Gary has had another job? 없죠. Never. Gary has never had another job. Okay? 그런데 수지는 waitress도 하고 sales assistant도 하고 painter도 하고 참 다양한 일 많이 했어요. gardener도 했어요. 그러면 Susie has 일했다. worked. Susie has worked as a waitress, a sales assistant, a painter, and a gardener. 이런 식으로 얘기를 하면 되겠죠. Okay. Understand? You got it? Okay. So, the listening was a little bit difficult, I know. Okay. listening은 조금 힘들었었어요. 그렇죠? But I advise you to listen to it again. Listen to how they talk, where they put the stresses and the accent. Okay. 이 음성을 들으면서 이 음성이 목소리 갑자기 높아지든지 갑자기 커지거나 이럴 때는 중요하다. 이거를 그냥 쓰면 돼요. Then we will get what the important points of the conversation are. Okay? All right. Language work number 4. This I think you can do by yourself. Okay? listening을 다시 하신 다음에요. 이거 language work 한번 혼자 해보세요. I think you can do it. Okay? Make your own sentences. Okay? Ask and answer the questions. Number 5. 그냥 questions만 한번 물어볼까요? Just the questions. For example, what do before forming style? 스타일을 만들기 전에 그들은 무엇을 했습니까? 라고 하죠. 그러면은 그때 했고 그때 끝났으니까 무엇을 했으니까 그러면 what did they do? 그쵸? What did they do? 뭐야? 전에 before 스타일을 만들기 전에 before forming style 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. 오케이. 그다음에 be to South America. 그들은 South America로 가봤냐고 물어봐야 되죠. 가봤습니까? 라고 물어봐야지 South America로 갔습니까? 라고 물어보면 안 되죠. 오케이? 가봤다는 안 가봤으면은 지금 아직까지 계속 안 가봤고 앞으로 또 안 가볼 수도 있고 가볼 수도 있고 이게 달라질 수도 있잖아요. 그러니까 아직까지 영향이 있죠. So we don't say did they go to South America라고 하지 않고요. Have they been to South America? 아니면 have they ever been to South America? 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. Okay? 그러면 또 답은 여러분이 yes they have, no they haven't 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. 그 다음에 어떻게 만났을까? 이건 또 과거에 그때 한번 딱 만났고 그 처음 만나는 건 그때 끝났으니까 how have they met가 아니고 how did they meet? 라고 이렇게 얘기를 하면 되죠. How did they meet each other? Okay? 그 다음에 how many recordings make? recording은 아직까지 계속 할 수 있으니까 how many recordings make의 과거 made죠. How many recordings have they made? Yeah. Okay. I think we'll stop here today because I think we did a very good job. You did a very good job. Okay. Make sure though that you review and you remember and think about where they put the accent, and those are the important things. Okay? All right. Good job, everybody. You did a very good job, and I'll see you again at the next lecture. Okay? Bye-bye.